Evan J. Thomas here, backstage at Rock Lansing. We got Mr. Denton On Doomsday. Yes, they just fucking ripped it up here at the main stage. These guys and lady fucking won a Battle of the Bands.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
holy shit, where did this all go down, and who are you opening for? If I heard it right, it sounds epic.
Yes, so we played at Greywall Hall for the Homegrown Throwdown.
Homegrown Throwdown.
Throwdown, Q106, our local station. And we did win that, and so part of that is we are playing Up People Festival with Crossfade, Architects, and Rob Zombie.
Now, I didn't do this to start with, but let's go around real quick and introduce yourself so everybody knows. Everybody knows. I mean, I don't know why I'm not doing this, but everybody knows who you are. So let's do that.
I'm Evan. I play bass for the band.
Evan with an I.
With an I.
Yeah, not
Evil
S.
Eye.
My mom was creative.
Make sure that stays in there.
I am Josie, and I am the singer.
Oh, I'm Brian. I handle all things guitar and all things magical.
I betcha. I drum.
He drummed good.
He drum monkey.
You drammed it pretty well. Drammed it.
He drummed good.
He drums it good.
I mean, how do you say that? Right. Drummed it.
He drummed it. He drummed it good. He drummed
So-
good.
I like dram better.
Yeah, drammed it. I mean,
Great
you drammed it well.
Mom always told me I'd end up dramming it.
Damn hell, you said you won it?
We're almost there.
You won it all. So you get this Battle of the Bands. How many bands were involved in this whole thing?
30 bands. 30 bands.
Over
Yeah, shout
how
out to
many
all of them.
days?
They put up tough competition.
So there was 6 shows for the first round. So one band won from each of the first rounds, and then there was the finals, which is the second. So 7 shows total. We played 2 of those shows. We played in the first round,
Gotta
won, went to
qualify.
the finals,
Go to the
and
finals.
then won the finals.
They won the finals.
And they were like, "Hey, how about we give you $4,000?" And I was like,
Yeah, they were like
"It's a
4
little
grand.
less than we normally make, but we'll take it."
Yeah. I'm sure you
us
guys
down.
all pull that type of money on a local
Yeah,
show.
I was like-
Totally.
I was like,
What are you
"We're
talking
a
about?"
2007 Chevy Uplander, or we're obviously loaded.
So at the show, you had 30 other bands. What made you guys stand out more than others? I can tell you right now what made you guys stand out. But I want to hear what you have to say about what you guys stand out in terms of, as I say, a lot of cookie cutters out there, which there are. We all know this.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
What makes you guys stand out compared to others?
Well, Evan start. Put the pressure on Evan.
Me? What do you think, Evan?
What do you think,
Which
Evan?
one was
Tell
it?
us about it.
I think we're not really trying to fit into any sort of type of style of music.
Yeah, we don't want
off
you
the
to fall to
screen
camera.
He doesn't want to be on camera.
We're trying to think outside the box. We do things that we think sound good and feel good to us, but not necessarily something we care if anyone else feels good to them. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is you're not looking at the mainstream and copycatting what they're doing.
Not at all.
Wait, you mean stepping outside the box?
It's scary. It's really scary.
Yep.
I mean,
It is.
It's almost outside the bun. Like, we all work at Taco Bell, so it's outside the bun. Really.
Because if you look at it, there's a lot of bands out there now. When they step out of the box or change up things, they get shit on.
That's true.
You see the bands like Sleep Token. They're like, okay, they're a little more melodic.
Love it.
Exactly. But then you go on some of these comment sections, it's like, what the hell? So you want everybody to sound like AC/DC on every single album. No shit on AC/DC.
We literally use that
I
as an
love
example.
that.
That's how we
That's exactly how I do it. I love Disturbed. Very similar stuff.
wait,
Until
we
they,
got
that's the
Disturbed,
two bands we
AC/DC.
say
Yeah, they're
until,
like,
but Disturbed changed it up when they started doing the slower stuff.
Yep.
And then they got crapped on.
Yep.
So that's the whole thing. You either stay the same. Now you're looking at Linkin Park. They get a new lead singer. Emily joins the band. Sound changes a little bit. To me, different type of band than with Chester. So
But
it's
her
like,
voice is killer.
exactly. So you have the female lead. She's killing it out here. When you guys started, I didn't know what the fuck to expect. All I hear is this melodic kind of holy rolling church stuff.
right? Yeah.
And I'm like,
start with
okay.
the suits and ties up there too.
Yeah.
We start the show with the acapella.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, where is this going? And then you just fucking rip it. So it's like, who kind of came up with that whole beginning thing? Was that Brian?
But wait, the beginning thing, that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We wrote the whole album. The whole album was done, and then she's like, "I have this really good idea for this acapella. We're going to sing over waves, and it's gonna, the album is called All We Love Will Be Carried Away." And so slowly being carried away. This could be a negative statement or it could be a positive. It means appreciate what we've got while we've got it because nothing's permanent. And so she had this great idea. Her and I layered the vocals for it. I'm like, you know what? Let's play the album in a row live and open it with that acapella. So she wrote that part. And we just love setting the stage with that. It pulls people in. She has such a powerful voice. And also, we're dressed nice. You're like, I don't know what to expect.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, we're stuck.
Like I said, I'm like, I don't know what's going to go on here.
Surprise!
And yeah, when you guys started ripping it, you almost fell on stage.
I'm glad that you caught it.
You didn't
know?
eat shit. I was over here and I saw you like half.
Yep,
Sideways.
I almost did the splits.
And I'm like,
and then that has not happened with a big lady like
Brian came up to jump up on the drum, and I was like, because of the slippy floor and how much higher I was than the band, I yelled out, "Don't do it!"
He did. He was like, are you going to do it?
I was like, "Oh God, don't do it! Now break your foot again."
So you guys from Michigan?
We are from this place.
So you're from Lansing?
We're
Yes.
from Lansing.
And as I heard from Scary Terry, Lansing, Michigan
Michigan.
has the most per capita metal bands out of any city in the country.
Michigan.
I'll take
believe
it. There's, the gloom, the doom, the industry, the industrial, the rust belt, the poverty, the murder. Yes.
Michigan.
I mean, you go
Michigan.
an hour north, you're in Flint. You're at my favorite music venue in the country.
Machine Shop.
Yeah.
Really? We got kicked out of there one time.
Machine Shop.
We had a nunchuckist in the band. We had a nunchuckist who performed on stage. His name's Dan. Shout out Dan. And he would sometimes put a blindfold on and whip them nunchucks around and crack himself in the head. He's hit him, me. He's hit us, and I'm behind the drums. He still managed to hit me. He doesn't try to, but it was a lot of fun. They asked us to get him off stage, and we were like, yeah, sure, totally. And then we didn't. This is part of the act. And then we finished up our set. They came up. We're like, all right, get your shit loaded up, get out of here. We don't want to see you again. We don't want to see you guys up here again. We were like, all right, thank you so much. It was still a lot of fun. We played a lot of shows there, had a great time. But unfortunately, it ended that way. But honestly, it was for the rock and roll. It was for the rock and roll.
So, I mean, you could change your band name and then you could probably get back.
Yeah,
about Mrs. Denton On Doomsday.
That's a Dr. Denton On Doomsday. Something that comes up a
Nobody knows until you change the band.
Yeah, a lot of people call us Miss the Dentist on
Tuesday.
We hear Dr. Denton a lot.
Dr.
alliteration.
I almost said that earlier.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I did.
I mean, the ties, I can see why you get confused.
Dr. Denton.
Esquire.
So, being that you're from Lansing, Michigan, you're considered somewhat a local band still. The way I look at it, I'm a music publicist now, so I work with a lot of bands, and I see a lot of bands doing things incorrectly how I see it.
Yeah.
How do you see the landscape of local music compared to those? I'm not gonna say getting signed because getting signed is not the be all end all anymore.
Out of my realm.
Big bands.
But how do you look at it in terms of being successful in your mind? What do you think would be successful for you?
It's a multi-pronged attack, isn't it? You got to have the image. You got to have you got to be recognizable. You got to have obviously you got to have the sound. You got to practice a lot. You got to work together well. Be very professional. It's a
be
whole
humble.
thing. But and be humble.
Be
Sit
humble
down.
with people.
Also, you got to be unique. In the past 3 weeks, there was more songs released in the entire year of 1989. There's so much music being released now, more than ever, and it's so hard to stand out. And also, social media is a necessary piece for all of it, too. So for us, the whole idea would be 1 million albums. Okay, that used to be the thing. No, if we can make a living playing music, wouldn't that be grand? You know, we have to pay some of our bills now with it. What if we could pay all of them and keep playing shows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I see even bigger bands now working full-time jobs still, and then they pays their paid hobby to kind of go forward. So it's kind of crazy to look at that. You know, you might be out at the store and you see, some lead singer of a band that you just saw the night before somewhere. You're like, holy shit. I remember that happening to me in like the late 90s. There was a band out of Chicago. I forgot what they were called. And their guitar player was the truck driver that came in and dropped off a load at the warehouse I was working at. I'm like, I just photographed you guys like 2 months ago.
What are
He's
you
like,
doing?
hey man, this has to pay my bills. And I'm like, and that's when I first thought, you mean this shit doesn't pay bills? And now knowing the industry, it changes a lot. So trying to make a living, especially now, in this shit is really hard.
Yeah, it's
So-
really about, being t-shirt salesmen. It's about selling that merch.
Glorified
That's
clothing
what you say.
sales.
We were
Wait,
just talking
wasn't
about
that AEW, the wrestling promotion? But anyway.
That's correct.
That's
You are
good.
right.
Yeah.
You are right.
Very loud clothing salesman.
It was a long, hard road to get to here, but we're finally selling clothes.
You're doing right. Yeah. You
Well,
gotta
that's the best way. It's direct to people. It's a small business. People don't always think about it like that. It's like, yeah, we're passionate. Yeah, we love this. But
Yeah.
also, we'd love to make enough money to pay to keep doing these things, And for bands in that, that's the difference really, is that they're able to go out, consistently make enough to live, and find ancillary income from Twitch or whatever have you. Our wife from Trivia makes $200,000 a month off his Twitch.
Yeah.
He said he makes more from that than his band.
I mean, if you can do,
Crazy.
you have to have the extra income coming in, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, whatever you can do, TikTok Reels, I don't know, whatever it
Any
is,
of it.
T-shirt sales.
Out on the corner.
So you
They
guys
have
are going to be
us.
playing Upheaval Festival.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're going to be opening up on the same day that you said
Rob
Rob Zombie,
Architects.
Architect,
Crossfade.
Crossfade. Okay, that's going to be epic. What else do you have coming up? You guys have any new music coming? What all do you got going on?
We got a vinyl release coming up. Brian
There
knows
you
the
go.
dates on that one.
So August 2nd, we are releasing the final for our album that came out in November. We're doing a big show at Greywall Hall here in Lansing, where we won
2 blocks away, 3 blocks away
Yep,
over that.
2 blocks down
Literally
the street.
right
We're
up
doing
that way. compared to
Right
where
over
we
there,
are.
you guys.
Got
Just
some
look
good
behind
dates
you.
lined up for sure. We'll be opening up for our pals in Polka Dot Cadaver, which are very cool.
Yeah.
Adjacent, they're members of Dog Fashion
Love Polka
Disco.
Dot.
Their label, they're great. Awesome. We hope she gets
Freaking
some
love
of them.
Polka Dot.
We're also opening for their label mates Beneath the Hollow, June 21st.
Oh, I know.
Good band, good
Okay,
band.
yeah,
Yeah.
guys.
They hit up Chicago once in a while.
Yep,
Yeah.
We'll be
I
going
thought
down
they
there
were
with
from
them.
Chicago.
We're going to be heading out to New York in
Polka
September.
Dot's from Chicago. Sorry.
That's all right.
You're
Heading
good.
out to New York.
We're having
in
a
September.
separate conversation
Yeah.
while you're talking.
Right.
We're going to be playing a thing
We'll get
called
this in
Sterling
post.
Fest because we're named after a Twilight Zone episode. There's
Super
a
excited about that.
commemoration for the creator of Twilight Zone, Rod Serling. They built a statue for him. It's a weekend-long convention, and I was like, well, we're named after that. We're about it. And they're like, can you come out? I was like, yes, we
Yeah,
can.
Yes,
you got
we
it.
can.
So well done on the performance today.
Thank
Like
you.
you can find them all over the socials. What is? I mean, obviously, Mr. Denton on Doomsday.
Doomsday.com. You can go on
Find it
Facebook,
everywhere.
Mr. Denton Music, TikTok, Mr. Denton Band, Instagram, Mr. Denton on Doomsday. Type it into Spotify, type it into iTunes.
Yeah.
Hit up our YouTube.
Google search it.
MySpace it.
You'll find it.
Google
MySpace
search it. Buy
You'll
some
either find
t-shirts.
Twilight
us on
Zone
Live
episode or
Journal.
us.
There
So.
you go. Yeah, you'll find one of the two. I mean,
Hell
you'll be happy either way.
It's a good episode regardless. Enjoy yourself.
Well, thank you guys for joining me and lady.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Appreciate
Evan.
y'all.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
you,
brother.
Evan. Thank you very much.
Aw.
And we'll be back. More here from Rock Lansing.